I think at the start of practice, you missed a couple shots, right? Yeah, a couple of them were, let's be honest, way off, right? Yeah, I was watching from up there. One of them went 3 feet over the rim. The other one went 3 feet underneath the rim. Guess what? That happens. You're a phenomenal shooter. I know that because I watched you in post-practice. Do you remember what your body language was after you missed those shots? Yeah, it wasn't great. What's the message you send to your teammates when you have bad body language after you miss a shot? What is it you're telling your teammates? You're selfish because you're only worried about you in that moment. You're mad because you missed a shot. This is a we game. It's not a me game. He didn't miss those shots yesterday. Y'all missed those shots yesterday. It's a team game. You guys win and you lose together. Good shots, bad shots, or anything in between. It's a team game. So you have to learn how to quickly bounce and move to that next play. Let's talk about accountability. I'm a huge believer that holding a teammate accountable is something you do for them. It's not something you do to them. Holding each other accountable is the best gift you guys can give each other. Holding each other accountable to the highest standard of excellence and to the core values of this program is the #1 gift you can give a teammate. Now, it doesn't always feel that way in the moment. When a teammate's coming down on you and a teammate's holding you to a high standard, it's understandable to be defensive. But just because something's understandable, it doesn't mean it's acceptable. And you have to rise above your ego to be able to take accountability from a teammate. I'm going to tell you guys this, you have an unbelievable, unparalleled coaching staff in this room right now. Some of the finest leaders I've ever met. But I'll also tell you this, a player-led team will always outperform a coach-led team in the long run. If the only leadership and accountability in this room comes from the coaching staff, you guys will never be the team that you're capable of becoming. It has to come from you all. And holding someone accountable is not necessarily designated by who the captains are or by who plays the most minutes or who gets the most headlines or who the best player is. If you're the 15th man on this team and you're not even on scholarship, that doesn't matter. You're still an integral part of this team and you have every right to hold everyone else in the room accountable. And you need to lean into that. Do you talk at your teammate or do you talk with your teammate? It's a big difference. You talk at them or you talk with them? Let's also look at some of the unconscious messages through communication. You're having a little bit of an off day. Practice isn't going as well as maybe you had hoped. Coach Oates or one of the other coaches gets on you a little bit. How do you respond to that? If Coach Oates is getting on you and he's looking at you and he's telling you something, what's your body language? What's your facial expressions? That speaks volumes. What happens when you look someone in the eye, you nod, and you accept the coaching that they care enough to give you? What's the unconscious message you send to Coach Oates? If he is telling you something and you look him in the eye and say, yes, sir, and you nod your head, what's the unconscious message? I trust you, Coach. I believe in you, Coach. I'm listening to you, Coach. I'm going to do the best I can to implement that, Coach. That's how you strengthen relationships. What happens if you roll your eyes? You look down at the floor. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I know what I'm doing. What's the unconscious message then? I don't trust you. I don't believe in you. I'm not listening to you. I don't think you're helping me. That will absolutely undermine and erode the fabric of the team.